Looking for a gym that fits your budget and schedule? Well, welcome to Advanced Fitness Center. I'm Chance.
And I'm Jake. And here at AFC, we make fitness affordable and accessible for everyone.
Our membership starts as low as $23.99 a month. And for just $13 more, you can get 24-hour access or unlimited tanning. Because looking good should be as easy as feeling good.
And if you're covered by Renew Active or Silver Sneakers, AFC has you covered as well. We work with select insurance plans to make your fitness journey even more affordable.
New to the gym? Don't know where to start? Or maybe you just need that extra push to reach your goals.
We got you. As certified personal trainers, we're here to help and build a workout plan that fits you. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned lifter, we're here to help and guide you every step of the way. Now straighten that back, okay? Come on, you got this. There you go.
AFC is not just a gym, it's a community. That's why we do group classes like morning yoga and Zumbas to keep things fun, fresh, and motivating.
If you're looking to step in the ring, whether it's pro wrestling, sports entertainment, or just a new challenge, the Advanced Pro Wrestling Training Grounds is where you need to be to take your first steps to becoming a superstar.
So what are you waiting for? Come check out Advanced Fitness Center today.
And give us a call to find out more and start your fitness journey today.
What is up, WTP fam? It's your boy back with another one. We are back with the podcast, and today we have none other than Ace Alexander, the current WWA Grandslam champion. It's very exciting to have you on here. I mean, the last time I saw you was Operation Orow, and
Yes,
we did a quick interview after the show, and I also interviewed your partner Matthew DeLuna. But before we get started into everything that you've been up to since the last time I saw you, let me give you a chance to introduce yourself to the WTP fam. So take it away, sir.
All right, WTP fam, it's your boy Suave Ace Alexander. I hail from the 903 representing RTB, and if you don't know what that means, it means respect the business. You know, I'm a United States Army veteran. I'm a professional wrestler, and I am the perfection. I am the sensation. I am Suave. Yeah.
Man, well said, man. Well said. You know, before we started, I was like, hey, man, I know you got the shades. I was like, I know you got the shades there. He was trying to hold back on us.
Yeah. Gotta get. I'm not gonna give everything, but I'll give partial to Suave. I don't want.
You got the shirt, you got the shades.
Hey,
no hat today, but we'll take it.
This hair's going. It's a little crazy today, so
it's a little crazy. I mean, that's why I keep the hat on, man. No one ever sees me without the hat.
Yeah.
I need to go get a fade, but it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
But as I said here in the beginning, the last time I saw you was Operation Orow.
Orow.
The time before that, I can't remember the exact event, but it was like the first show I went to, and I met you and Matt, your tag team partner from Step Bros.
There's that bro. Yeah.
And I mean, that first one I went to, y'all were unsuccessful in that, and I believe it was a tag team title match.
Yes, sir.
And then at Operation Orow, same thing happened, unsuccessful of obtaining tag team gold.
Yeah.
But the second one stood out to me most because I didn't know this at the time until after, but it appeared that you and Matt were not seeing eye to eye completely in that matchup. I mean, do you want to break it down what happened there?
Look, man, like you said, it's not hard to see, when brothers fight. And one of the reasons for, brothers fighting is a man named Brady Brown. Brady Brown, we go back way back to the beginning, of Step Bros. But, Matt is not a big fan of Brady Brown. And throughout, the ups and downs of the Step Bros, Brady Brown reached out to me And he was like, hey, man, I want to help your career. I want to boost you up. And of course, Matt being the big brother that he is, he was like, man, I don't know. I don't know if we can trust this guy. And coming on to Operation Orow, the Step Bros have been dealing with Orow Gang since the beginning of Orow. We've traveled different states, competed for different titles, and we thought this was going to be our big match and take home those NTW Tag Team Championships finally. But, it didn't go our way. Brady Brown came out trying to protect me. I was about to get hit with a chair. Big J, Mikey B, Red, they were doing their Oro things and doing everything they can to win. And I was pulled away from the ring. And of course, they jumped Matt, got the 1, 2, 3, and took home the victory. Yeah.
I remember that. And after that, Matt was not very happy about getting attacked and losing titles. And he blamed it on Brady Brown.
Yeah.
I've met Brady a few times. I mean, I can't say nothing about the man because I don't know him that well.
Yeah.
Obviously, you and Matt know him better. And, since that show, before that, we had interviews with both you. You and Matt apparently had hashed things out from what I thought. But since then, it seems like the Step Bros have had some, brotherly fighting, I guess you want to call it.
Yeah.
I'm a twin brother. I know how that is. Y'all have had success in singles competition. All right, we had to fix some technical issues. It's all good. It happens when we're doing this, right?
Yeah.
But as I was saying, y'all had some feuding going on. Y'all have gone on to do some single stuff. Y'all are both successful at it. Obviously, Matt winning multiple world titles, you winning some multiple singles gold as well. But in between all that success, y'all went on to this head-on collision with each other. Ended up being in a last bro standing, which appeared to be inside of a steel cage. Now, what happened there? Like, where did that come from? That curveball.
And I mean, like you said, you're a brother. You understand. The thing that made the Step Bros work is, we never really competed with each other. We just knew we were both two talented young men who could wrestle, who could make this thing work. We've proven it. Matt went on to Arkansas and won gold there. I've been doing things down here in Texas, winning gold for myself. But the thing, Matt never really got over the Brady Brown situation. And so, one night, the night of me winning, the WWE championship, Matt cuts a promo and says, he thought I was ready, but I'm not, because I'm just following Brady Brown. And, as a brother, it kind of hit the heart, man, because I was like, I've been traveling the roads. Matt is legit my best friend. He's telling me I'm not ready, So we had this match made, but if you're going to have Step Bro versus Step Bro, it can't just be a regular one-on-one. So I challenged him. I was like, look, man, one of us is going to walk out and one of us isn't. So I challenged for the last bro standing, and it happened to have a steel cage. So I can say one of my toughest matches of my career was against my Step Bro. We beat the living hell out of each other. But at the end of the day, brothers fight. But after that bell was rung, stood in the middle of the ring. We hugged it out, and the Step Bros are back and united. Yeah.
I mean, I'm very glad to hear that, because I was like, man, I like these two guys. One of my favorite tag teams when I first came. I was like, hey, man, what the hell? Step Bros? That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
You had your song, you had everything going on, and I was
For
like,
sure,
wow,
yeah.
this is cool.
Yeah.
But as we're talking about, the last bro standing and everything, we haven't seen you too involved with NTW. I think y'all haven't been at the last two shows.
Yeah.
Before Battlegrounds, I want to say, or maybe just the last one before that was New Beginnings. I don't think I saw y'all there. I believe y'all were in Arkansas or something. I can't remember fully.
Man, Step Bros have been busy, but there's a theory out there that the boss, I don't know if we can say this after what happened at this last show.
Oh yeah.
Deshaun has always had it out for the Step Bros. He's tried everything to keep us away. So I'm not going to say that was, in play, but just know the Step Bros are always ready to come back because we're still owed those NTW titles. So
Man,
just
I know you've seen, or Matt probably told you, like, hey, those new tag team titles are pretty sweet. We need to go get those. I myself, I saw them personally up close at the last show. In fact, Jack the Juicy put the belts on my shoulders, like, oh, these things are nice. Okay. I was a little intrigued. I was like, oh, I'm not a wrestler, but I'd jump in there and grab these things.
Dude, Jacked and Juicy, like, can you imagine a Jacked and Juicy versus Step Bros match? It's kind of written in the sand. Like it's bound to happen at one point. They are two incredibly talented guys. And I couldn't imagine the chaos, the entertainment that the Step Bros and Jack and Juicy would bring to NTW. Man, it's got to happen.
It's going to happen. I believe it will probably this summer. I'm hoping because all right, forgive us everybody, we're having some issues today, not sure why. I believe internet connections failing a little bit. It's all good though, but before that last interruption, we were talking about possibly this summer maybe we see Step Bros back in an NTW ring, especially since last show some big news dropped. But before we get into Battlegrounds, we're just going to take a quick break to hear from our sponsor, Advanced Fitness Center. So we'll be right back after this message. And we're back. I don't know about you, but every time I see those commercials, man, it makes me want to go to that gym and try it out.
I'm telling you, man, make me want to get a little bit of a pump in.
I know. That boy Jason Bruce is just, you see that guy in person, you're like, oh my God, dude. Like, how do you fit into that shirt?
Man, them green, color schemes that they got going on, it just pops out. So, I got to get in.
Oh, yeah. But have you personally gone to that gym yet?
I have not, man. I've talked to Joe, and he said a lot of great things about it. So I got to get up there one day, man.
Oh, yeah. But you yourself have been staying in shape, I see. You're at work at the moment, putting them hours in.
Got to, man. And it's a hard business, man. And, people don't understand what, the preparation before entering, them ropes, man. It's a lot, so you got to keep yourself, you got to take care of your body if you want to do this for a long time,
Oh, yeah. But speaking of preparations and taking care of your body and all that, at Battlegrounds this past weekend, we were expecting you to be at the show, but unfortunately, I guess an injury occurred at the show the day before, if I'm not mistaken.
I defended my title, my grand championship against Aaron Rydell and Jace Osei for joint forces, and kind of have a little knee injury, buckled up on me, So I was like, man, I got this match with Keelix, and knowing me, I wanted to give it 100%. And the fact that I knew I couldn't, I had a lean on my step bro. And thank God, because Matt was like, you know what? I'll do anything for you. Whatever I need, I will show up in Dallas. And that's exactly what happened. So shout out to my step bro, Matt De Luna, for showing up for me. I'm always grateful. And it's always going to be true,
Man, Yeah, like you just said, you were going to go against Keelix, but at the last minute, I guess since you weren't able to show because of the injury, Matt did step in, got put on the card. But I guess Deshaun, you know how you were talking about Deshaun earlier, wanting to hold back the Step Bros a little bit. I think he had other plans because we saw Ian Mosley, that little weasel, come out. You know,
The mouth,
the
mouth.
mouth, you know, as he calls himself. He came out, started talking and everything. And who shows up with him other than the Viking Xander Slade?
Oh my
And
goodness.
I guess to send a message to you, he also tried to take the leg out of Matt during the entire matchup. He kept working the leg. Unfortunately, the leg was a factor at the end of the match. Matt did put up a fight and tried everything he could to win that match, but you know, Xander was just, I guess, a little too much that day.
And man, NTW, is what I call it's a war zone. A lot of the fights aren't really in our favor. Sometimes the deck is stacked against us. But the fact that Matt still pushed through, still competed. He had no idea who he was facing. He had no idea that the mouth was going to come out there, let alone be out there with Xander.
Yeah, and
The way that they did, it's typical
I
boss
mean,
actions, right?
oh yeah, you know, he'll probably deny these allegations, but you
I'm
know,
sure.
he
I'm
most likely had a big part of that. I mean, it's already hard enough taking on Xander, you know, knowing he's going to face him, but unexpectedly facing him.
Yeah, man.
That's
Yeah.
even more dangerous for the guys on the other side of that.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
But
And
you were talking about, you know, because you couldn't make it because you defended your title the day before for WWA. We saw the video drop yesterday, to be exact, on Facebook.
yeah,
You and Brady Brown in the vehicle, and y'all were talking. Now, you have an event this weekend, and I'm assuming you'll be defending your title, or they'll be doing a match to figure out number one contender for your title. Is that correct, or what's going on there?
so this weekend, May 3rd, WA is going to present May Madness. And for the first time ever, we're going to have a 30-man, pretty much Royal Rumble style. We're going to call it the Warrior Rumble. The winner will get to choose the champion of the choosing. And of course, I got a big target on my back. So we were pretty much just addressing, all the competitors. But like every company, we have our own version of the boss, Derek Chancellor.
Mm.
He's a former, still active wrestler, but sometimes that tie gets a little too tight around his neck, and he likes to call shots. He likes to say things about a certain someone, you
Mm.
know. And I was just giving him the respectful warning if he wants to enter into this Royal Rumble, and if he wins, it's not going to be mellowed out, suave. No, if he wants to win, I'm gonna give him everything, and he might have to retire. Just a respectful warning.
Respectful warning. I like how you put that respectful
Yeah.
warning, but respect my name, bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, right?
But
Look, man,
man,
suave is, man. I'm telling you, I'm the WWA Grand Champion for a reason. So let it be known.
oh yeah. I mean, are you in that rumble, or are you just gonna be a spectator this time?
So I'm gonna be a spectator, but you never know what could happen. You know, whatever I'm told to do, Suave will do. But as far as now, I'm just a spectator, and just to see who's gonna be fed to me. Yeah.
Nice, nice. That's the confidence of a champion, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yes, sir.
But other than that, other than this show coming up this weekend, is there anything else that's coming up in the future for Ace?
Man, there's a lot. I've been doing a lot of things with a local company, League Alliance, based out of Marshall, Texas. The Step Bros are slotted in to have some big things going there. Of course, Warrior Wrestling Alliance. I'm the champ, so we're going into a big year. A lot of things are going to happen. Of course, getting back to NTW is always a goal. And, we want to make our names clear that this is the year of the Step Bros, and this is also the year of Ace Suave Alexander. So that is our statement for the year.
Man. And I, like myself and many others, I hope we do see you guys back in NTW. It's not, I mean, a lot of great things are happening, a lot of big things, and one of the big things that we've done, I mean, they've done is, obviously the partnership that we got going on, WTP and NTW, trying to introduce all you great stars to everybody out there, because for the most part, you might agree with this. Every day we get wrestling, we get wrestling just about every day. And, with wrestling every day, we also get independent wrestling just about every weekend.
Yeah.
So, it's important that people know you guys are all across Texas, you and Matt sometimes go to Arkansas, correct?
Yes, sir.
And
yes,
of course, you're trying to branch out to other states, other cities. So with that being said, where can everybody find you on social media?
Look, man, I'm everywhere. You can find me at TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all Ace Alexander. If you want to throw in Suave, I'll pop up. I'm trying to be active as much as I can on all those platforms. Just try to get myself out there. You'll see some Step Bro stuff out there. Some exciting content, very entertaining. So if you want to check those out, thank you.
So with that being said, are you open to any more bookings this summer, or are you just completely full?
I kind of got a schedule, but I'm open to bookings. Hit me up at any of those platforms. We'll work something out, and I would love to be on your show.
And guys, I'm most likely going to plug in all his stuff down in the description. So make sure if you want to book this guy, talk to him, just hit him up on one of those platforms. He's always answering, or tries to at least. But obviously this was fun, man. I appreciate you coming on here. Hopefully in the future I can get both you and Matt on here.
Man, I don't know if you want to do that. That'd be an interesting episode.
Oh man, we're just gonna act a fool that day. I mean, come on. Like, you see these guys, they just always cracking jokes, laughing before the shows and all that. That's why I don't record nothing while I get there, because it's like, okay, I don't know if anybody should be seeing these guys cracking up this way.
Sometimes you gotta be like, "Hey, Step Bro, chill,"
Oh man, because last time at Operation Orow, it was you, Matt, and I believe was it Soda Pop?
Oh yeah.
Y'all were all three there. Y'all was just cracking up, joking around before the show, and I was like, "Oh man, I'm not gonna record none of this." Like,
having a conversation with the Step Bros, have tough skin,
Oh man.
Ears open, mouth.
Sorry about that, guys. Like I said, we're having some technical issues, but we're at the end of this. So, like I said, just if you need to book this guy, you want to talk to him about booking him, just hit him up on his social media accounts. They'll all be in the description down below. And again, man, thank you for jumping on. Hopefully you and Matt can come on here one day together, maybe before a show one day in NTW or before a WWA, wherever y'all going to be at. But, follow him, give him a shout out. Again, he'll be there at WWA this weekend on Saturday, I believe.
Yes, sir.
All right. 30-man battle royal to try to see who's going to go for what title. But as always, guys, y'all stay safe. God bless and peace.
A lot of people think that you need a fortune to join a gym, but here at Advanced Fitness Center, you get everything you need for $23.99 a month. That means full access to our free weights. Oh, snap. Cardio machines. And overall, it's just a great workout environment, all without breaking the bank. No contracts, no hidden fees, no alarms that goes off when you're lifting too heavy. Just a gym that works for you. So, if you're looking for a place to train that's affordable, AFC is the spot. Come check us out today. I feel like I'm gonna throw up.